everybody. My name is Raw Sky. Welcome to the America's Party. We're all raw vegans. We've changed or saved our life with raw food. We have JJ, Kiko, and I am Sky. Hey guys.
Hello.
Oops. How are you?
Hello. Oh, there we are. I think my YouTube was on in the background. If you could hear an echo, my apologies.
No, how is Kiko? You're muted. How are you?
Yay! I'm so happy to be back on this Raw party because I missed the Europe party, right?
Yes, you were sadly missed. Where's Kiko's doll? Now let me grab Kiko doll. She's right here, actually.
Anyone who has a doll
of Kiko, I'm going to get one of you as well, JJ.
Isn't that cool? I love it. I love
yes.
the Kiko doll. We all want one.
Yeah.
I want one of you, Sky. You have a doll too?
Well, did you see, I don't know what chat it was in. I'm like, just go search up Barbie who talks a lot. And there was one.
Barbie who talks a lot.
Who was that? Maybe you missed it. Yes, then go search a Barbie who talks a lot. And there's one that goes, Barbie, and she's got big blonde curls. And it says she's got 10,000 words. And you pull a string.
What? Are you kidding me? I love that.
She will be here. She'll be yapping. We might have to take her batteries out. One Sky talking is enough in this household.
I thought it was my doll that talked a lot. I guess we all have that in common, right?
Oh, JJ said you could not be up there, but I mean, I'm definitely up there. So
that's why we go an hour without even knowing it because we're both very talkative, right? We don't run out of things to say.
That's true, and it's just getting better and better. So Barbie's going to need an upgrade. She's going to need more words.
That's right. You need to wind her up a little more. Raw Barbies talk more.
Raw Barbie, yes, Raw Barbie. Okay, so hey Carl, and I saw somebody else. Muriel, hey. So I love this. This has brought back. Hey Wanda, this has really. I loved this theme of make something from your childhood because all I could think about was the memory, and that really inspired me to create this. So Kiko, do you want to go first and share what?
Yeah, it's super simple. For some reason, I thought it was the sauce and dip day. Wait, when was that? Was that last
Sauce and dip is not until Europe party.
I got confused with, yeah. So anyway, I was preparing for dip last night, and then I realized it was supposed to be a childhood memory. So I remember when I used to love banana shake. This is so simple because my dad every time he would take me to like a coffee shop, he's working and he's just putting me in this coffee shop, and I always used to get so excited getting banana shake. It's just so simple. It's just banana, milk, and lots of sugar, I'm sure. So I made a strawberry banana. It's simple.
Oh, I love that.
It's so good. I usually don't make things like this. I always add some greens. So, today is a special day. So that's my breakfast. Just banana, strawberry, and water. That's it. I mean, here in Japan, when people say they love making smoothies, they always add cow's milk. I am thinking like, why would you put cow's milk? There's no need for cow's milk, especially when you add just banana. So yeah, banana, strawberry, and water. It's so good.
I love that.
Keep it simple. I think a lot of people, some people might add dates, but I just find it very sweet like that. So
I love that. And we are glad you're here too, Carl.
Thank you, Carl. Welcome. Hello, everyone in the chat. I'm so glad to see everybody.
So much of this is not even about the ingredients. It's just for me like core memory. Like, is it the memory? Are you reliving your memory, Kiko? Oh, I didn't even bring you up. But anyway, that's all right.
No, it's gonna be only 3 people. Yeah. In March we have Girls' Day. So March 3rd is a Girls' Day here. Yeah, we have a Girls' Day. We have a Girls' Day and Boys' Day. And Girls' Day, we have a Hina dolls. So we have princess, and then
Like
all those.
Princess Kiko here.
I love Princess Kiko.
Yeah, and then on that March 3rd day, they make like my neighbor used to make me a strawberry milk, homemade, and it was just very simple, but I just have a very good memory from that. So that's
I love
along with
it.
that, yeah, experience with my dad just leaving me in a cafe, having milkshake, banana milkshake, and strawberry memory.
I love that. I actually just triggered a memory for me about my mum after school. Well, two really. Mum after school, we had a nanny who looked after my sister and I. But my mum, if she picked us up, would take us and we'd get ice cream spiders. Have you ever had an ice cream spider? So you get a soft drink. So I could get my mineral water.
Oh yeah, we call it.
You could flavor it with we usually did lemonade and chocolate ice cream. So you could just do lemon, and lemonade in Australia is like Sprite. We call Sprite lemonade. It's a confusing world over here. So you could do lemon in your mineral water, make it bubbly, and then you could make out of bananas and chocolate some ice cream, and you put it in the soda and it explodes into comes out the cup or bubbly, we called it a spider.
So we called it a root beer float here, but it
Oh,
was root beer,
right.
and we put vanilla ice cream into it. So it was the same thing. But
Yeah.
describing it, I'm like, wait, we use root beer instead of Sprite, but it's the same thing, and it would,
Yeah, we have here in Japan we call it melon soda, and
Okay.
it's like a greenish color soda, and then we put the vanilla ice
Oh,
cream.
vanilla. I could put in the drink as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite popular here in Japan.
nice.
Okay.
I
love
want me to run and get mine really quick. I'll tell the story first, or you want to go next, Sky?
It's up to you. Is yours frozen?
Probably not, but I didn't want to.
Oh, that's all right. I can go next. I'm going to bring myself up so you guys can see.
Okay, cool.
I made this on live before we came on this morning. I was running a bit late, so you can go back you can see me make this recipe. So first off, let me tell this story. So before I got really sick, so I would have been in my late teens, possibly early 20s. I was already pretty sick, but I could still now and again go out in the boat for the day, or friends would come over and we'd be in the sun because I lived on the water, by the water. And I have these memories that it's getting late and everyone's like, what do we want for dinner? And we'd always call up the local Thai restaurant and get whether it's pad Thai or pad see. But what's unique about this, and I can show you, I want to describe, I tried to recreate this Thai, it's keto, this dish, because I have such fond memories of it, where, let me describe. So what's in it is traditional Thai flavors. You've got the nama shoyu, you've got kelp noodles, zucchini noodles, a whole lot of vegetables. I put nuts in there. The sauce is walnut. There's some flaxseed in it as well because we're doing high omega-3s. But over the top of it, we used to get the Thai dish, and then they would give us a little container of salt and pepper, a whole lot of it, another container of sugar, another container of chili, one of coriander and lime. The lime's in the sauce. I could have put that there, but it looked too salady. And what you'd do is you'd have the Thai and you'd sprinkle and ground peanuts. So I use flax instead of peanuts. You'd sprinkle the peanuts over, you'd sprinkle the salt and pepper, you sprinkle the sugar, you put your chili, lime, and then stir it all together. And I have do you know what I was making me think why it was such a fond memory is I think because it's the last time I was kind of still had long days out in the sun. As in after then I started to get so sick that there was no days where, of course I still had Thai food, but it wasn't attached to such a beautiful memory. And I know that's not technically childhood, but that's where I ended up, and that's what I was craving, is recreating so I used monk fruit as the sugar, ground flax as the peanuts, chili, coriander, and there's lime in the sauce. And it's,
Beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. It really looks nice too. You're a food, what's that like artist sometimes when I
Oh,
look at pictures. It looks
it's
really
so
cool.
much of the memory. It's like another example was growing up. I say growing up. So from my late teens into 20s, I used to put sweet chili sauce on everything. And then Lisa had an amazing sweet chili sauce in her sushi ebook that I made for the bundle. And I'm not kidding. I just kept making every day, everything I created, except if it was sweet. There was just pouring the sweet chili sauce because it tasted so much like it. It was giving me these beautiful memories. I need to get back into that, actually.
Oh my God, I haven't
That is
tried
so
her
cool.
recipe yet. I'm gonna try that.
I was thinking I did that with ketchup on everything. It like would drive my mom crazy, like everything. You don't need to put ketchup on everything. My grandfather would be like, "You're ruining the flavor of it," and I'm like, "But that's the flavor I like. I like the ketchup flavor, right?"
Yes.
Speaking of my grandfather, every Tuesday I was probably like 6 or 7, I think is when I started, but he would take me to get guitar lessons. And so I still play a little bit, but not as often as I would like to. And we would go to guitar lesson and then we would leave and go to Friendly's, this place. And it was like, I would get this every time. I'd be like, I'm going to try something different. And every time when the lady would come, I would be like, okay, a hot fudge sundae. Like it was like I would get the same thing, and it reminds me of my life now because I'm always just eating the same thing every day, the fruits and salads, right? So I'm like, I've been doing this since a kid. I wouldn't branch out, but I did make kind of a recreation. I wanted to try to recreate a hot fudge sundae, but I didn't quite have the proper ingredients for that. So I made, and I'll go get it here in a second. Hopefully it's frozen. I tried to bring it in earlier and it started like spilling out all over my hands because it wasn't frozen, but it's banana, almond, like banana for the ice cream. Basically, I'm like Kiko. I love banana with little splash of almond milk in it. And, you could probably add vanilla powder, I think, like the vanilla bean organic. I think they make that type of thing you could put in if you wanted a more vanilla. But I really think the almond milk and, or you could put walnuts and banana. To me, it tastes like ice cream. And it could be just because I haven't had ice cream for so long, right? Our taste changed. So everything seems sweet. But I put that, and then I had this dates and blueberries, and created a little sauce for it that kind of modeled the hot fudge, and some cashews and pistachios and walnuts on top. So,
wow!
Extra seconds to freeze there. We'll see what happens with it. I'll go off and be right back. And Sky's going to give me a bite of that and a drink of the milkshake when I come back too.
That's such a nice comment. So Kerbin Stomper said, have you ladies genuinely been pregnant before? You all give off such lovely maternal vibes, and none of us have.
That's true. Yeah.
We saved all our vibes for you guys.
Yeah, I've never been pregnant at all. It's like there are some people who never had kid, but they were pregnant and for some reason they decided not to have. But yeah, it's not my, I guess it's not my calling.
We're going to let JJ, I'm going to bring JJ up. So I had a hysterectomy at 30. So that was not in my cards. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, that is disappearing into your background. That looks amazing. Oh, you're muted. JJ, you're muted. We don't hear you.
I'm sorry. I was so excited about the ice cream that I couldn't hear. Let's see if I can get it in the camera. Does that look a little bit better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. So the base is ice cream, is it?
Yes. And I was like, I'm thinking it would have been cool if it could have like stood up like a sundae, but that didn't work out. It just kind of all went down into the bowl. So usually I was thinking maybe it's whipped cream that's on top of it. I couldn't remember what went on the sundae, but it still is going to taste like ice cream to me, so that's still good.
Oh, that looks so nice.
I forgot a spoon, so I have to drink it.
Oh my god. Mine over here is so nice as well. It's like, because there's peanuts in the actual dish, and that with the sugar and salt. Oh my God, it's really good. Like it's actually, if you watch the live I made, I know they're toppings for the pad thai, and I've said you don't have to do it, but it's quite nice to do it. It's quite exciting.
Yes, I think that's part of the fun of this. Like, my little
Yeah.
ritual, even making a salad, I think is fun. And when I sit down to eat it, I was just telling somebody the story. I used to take each, like a piece of lettuce. It would take me like almost 2 hours to eat my salad. Everybody else would be finished eating if I was eating with other people. And I would put like a little bit of the avocado, corn, sprouts, like everything would be these little mini roll-ups, like little taco lettuce wraps, I guess, but like each bite of my salad, and I would dip it in my two little like dressings, and then now I just kind of cut it up and eat it mostly. But every now and then I'm like, I want to do a retro of that little veggie tray style salad that,
Oh, I love that.
how many ways can you eat a salad? There's like a commercial here. It's like, there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's cup, but there's no wrong way to eat a salad, I guess, either.
That's true. I love this. So Don said, put a cherry on top. That would be cool.
Oh, I didn't have cherries. I was going to put a grape on top. And then when the whole thing fell down, it just all went. I was like, you know what? And I was almost going to get cherries the other day. And I like saw them at the store. And I walked over to something else. I was like, oh, they have mandarins or something. And then like when I was just getting the ice cream, I was like, I almost had the cherries. But I'm like a kid in a candy store in the produce section. I had to cut myself off. I'm on a budget.
Oh, so there's also up here, I saw like this, Don said the only rule is no hot sauce on spaghetti. So I'm guessing Don has hot sauce on everything.
I bet he does. I think he was telling me it's Don that comments on my post sometimes. He had this really good meal the other day. I forget if it had hot sauce on it.
So also Sasha said she loves to make raw ketchup and sauces. I know Lisa had a really good raw ketchup. I've done some raw ketchups as well. It wasn't like my go-to sauce though, growing up. Like I think everyone has their like childhood memory.
Muriel probably has one. She has collaborated with me and shares in our group a bunch of dressings and things. I guarantee she's got a ketchup in there. She's become an expert with mixing her dressings and sauces up.
Who's that?
Muriel. She has a page called Muriel in the Raw. In the chat here, I saw her and it reminded me because I'm always like, what's a good ranch dressing?
Oh,
pineapple. That would be good on it.
I remember doing this. I'm not great with bananas. I progressively got worse as I went raw, but that's a histamine issue. But I remember making persimmon and banana nice cream in papaya floats.
Oh,
that was good. That was like very tropical vibes. I had it outside on my balcony in the sun. I'm like, I'm living the dream.
You can just do it with dates and like this, my version, dates and strawberry, and that would taste good as well.
I'm off the sugar at the moment, but yes, I could do that.
Oh, so you're just doing what is it that year?
I was doing high omega-3 keto. So basically Dr. Brooke Goldner's with my own twist, which is more juice. Just because that's easier to digest. Because last week I went back on the sugar, and the worst part of it was the nerve pain. The nerve pain was like the worst. So I just came back onto this, and I'm happy here for now.
But you can take that powder that you mentioned. What is?
Oh, monk fruit powder. Yes.
Yeah, that's not sugar.
No, it is. It's the same as Marcus Sweet. You know Marcus and Cara.
Yeah, but they're sweet, right?
No, it tastes sweet, yes. So it's monk fruit and erythritol, which is an alcohol byproduct or something. I don't know. Marcus knows more about it than I do. But that's basically the same as it. So I've done monk fruit sweetener before, like just the concentrate without the erythritol, and it tasted chemical. It didn't taste very good. This just tastes sweet. And the main thing is I don't react to it. That's my main thing. So
so that was monk fruit that you showed me?
Monk fruit, yes, with erythritol. It's exactly the same as Marcus Sweet. That's how Marcus's Sweet is made. but I don't want to order it from overseas, so I get it here, and it is sweet. It does taste sweet, but I don't react to it. But it's not got sugar in it. Like it's low. Yeah, it's like xylitol. Like it's like
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like so.
Like they have put that in a lot of like I've seen like Dawn gets the creamer like when she'll have coffee occasionally, and like some of the plant-based creamer has it too.
Yeah,
the little sweetener.
My let me see. I actually try not to use it except if I need to do like this or I get a sweet craving. I find I do better. Where is my plug? Oh, it's down on the ground. I find I do better without like just staying very basic and doing cruciferous vegetables and chia and flax. But if the craving comes up, and that's just a mental thing, right? Because I'm not actually getting any carbohydrates from it. But
yeah, I do like probably not as much fruit as I did when we probably first started doing these. I just have gotten kind of back into eating the big salad once a night, so like it kind of fills me up to where I'll eat something during the middle of the day sometimes, like some kind of citrus. Usually it's citrus fruit. I tend to crave like grapefruit or oranges, or sometimes a few like cherries or grapes. Now you guys got me wanting cherries. But today I did have to have a couple of bites of banana. I couldn't make the smoothie without to concoct the ice cream. I couldn't do it without taking a bite of everything.
I looked up at the on the website, and that's the monk fruits.
Yes, that's monk
I've never
fruit.
had one.
Yeah, interesting.
So I don't think it's very edible, is it? I don't know whether monk fruit's that edible. I think it's something that's like dried and either like stuff sucked out of it to make a concentrate, or it's mixed with some other sweetener stuff. But I don't know whether people actually eat monk fruits, do they? They might.
I don't know.
You have to be careful where you buy it, right?
Let me see. I don't know. The monk fruit?
Eat them.
Monk fruits can be eaten.
I had to. You knew one was coming.
I do. So it says something.
Like we get a lot from China.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It says it's safe to eat. I saw something say it's safe to eat, and then it disappeared. Is a superfood, monk fruit information. They spoil quickly. Once they are picked, they must be consumed immediately.
Oh. Kind of like, aren't olives have like they can't be eaten, or some types of olives have to be like
yeah, all of them. You can't eat an olive off a tree. You have to soak it in like lemon, vinegar, salt, water. One of those combinations to like soften it.
I don't eat them anymore. I used to have them in my salad. They became one of the ingredients when it got bigger and bigger. Now I've simplified. I have a simplified version to make my life a little bit easier. So I'm in the kitchen like 30 minutes instead of an hour and a half. Cutting, chopping.
Oh, well. So I wish I could have more fruit, but hopefully over time I will be able to again.
And
it's good that you have that option of monk fruit from time to time.
It is. It's very hard to do like nothing mentally sweet. I find like my body will also crave like randomly like a smoothie, and in that I will do like, what do I do in my smoothie? I would do like hemp, chia, water, hemp milk. I might do hemp protein powder, monk fruit sweetener, and just blend it up, and my body will just want that. It's an easy way to get the seeds, nuts, and fats down. I try not to do I try to do more chia and flax, but if I need like extra walnuts, I'm not scared to use it. Like this is like, but it's like everyone, right? Most people have their raw dishes, and we're not eating this like every day. So
I might start eating this every day. It tasted pretty good just a second ago.
Sorry, what did you say, Kiko?
I was saying you make everything possible, Sky. You're a superhero.
Definitely. I love the way you make it fun. Like, oh well, I can have this instead. Like, like That's awesome. What do you do any dates, or are they pretty much too sweet too?
No, dates and bananas are going to be the sweetest ones. I've tried to do berries again, which are lower sugar, and I wasn't good with them, but I was good with acai berry, which are, if you do acai with no sugar. So most people think of acai, what they know as, actually has a lot of sugar in it added. But I do, if you get it with no sugar, it's beyond bitter. But I also was told it's higher in fat. But I don't react to it. Yeah, I didn't know that at all, because when I buy acai with no sugar in it, they say it's just blended acai. For every 20 kilos, they add a banana. I don't know why. It doesn't seem fatty. Like, it seems icy, which usually means low fat. But yeah, I had a look.
Interesting. I have a acai puree with just 100% acai, and I would usually need to add like mango or something sweet to make it. Yeah.
But interesting that, I just think but we have to remember I am missing the top part of my digestive system. So food, any sugar has no slow release. It's called dumping syndrome. If you have your stomach a gastrectomy, you usually get dumping syndrome, and you have to be careful because you get a blood sugar spike, your heart starts racing, you get it, which lowered when I went raw, but it then came back. So this seems to
Sorry, about the acai. When I was in Brazil, I was traveling to northern part of Brazil, and then that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so interesting. The northern part of Brazil, there's abundance of acai that they would have the acai powder everywhere, and they say like locals, they would just add the acai powder on their rice or whatever they're eating. It's just like toppings on everything.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so interesting to see that.
That is so interesting. So you guys were saying, oh, Sky, I love it how you always make like everything fun, and like you find like a substitution. That was like my arch nemesis when I realized like I had to do a diet for life, like to stay well, was like, I can't just be like, oh, this diet will, I know from experience in my past, this diet will save my life. You can just eat raw foods, which in somebody's brain is like tomato or lettuce, or you can have a mango. And that's fine at the start because you get very excited that you're going to get results. But I know my brain will just, if it's not stimulated in any way, it will go back. And it doesn't have to do that every day, definitely not. But as long as my brain knows if it wants something, I can make anything. It's already halfway there. It's already halfway happy. And then when I don't get that strong cravings, but I guess I did the first few years. That's why I made so many recipes all the time. But it's nice when I want a pizza, I can make a pizza. And most of my cravings come up in winter, right? They're like cozy memories.
Yeah.
I'm in summer now. So
I totally agree. It's, and a lot of people mention that online. I actually asked a question on my page the other day, like, do you find it harder to eat raw in the winter? And I'm just just eat the same thing usually, but I'm always curious about that, because I think there's some like psychological attachment to like warmer food, or like you said, being inside a lot, so you would have meals with the family or whatever, and that's probably why that happens. But that's amazing. That's why I think this is good, because it shows people that you can still have those comfort foods, whether it's vegan or raw vegan even.
Exactly. Thanks, Wanda. I think that's,
yes.
I think it's, if you can, this is about being real with yourself. The only way you're going to stay on a life transforming diet for the next 50 years is to imagine what you need to stay on it. And the only way to do that is to think back over the past about all the times you've gone off diets. And the huge motivating factor is that the raw foods makes you feel so good, right? So that's a reason to always stay there. But what are my weaknesses? Like, what always sends me off? It might be chocolate. It might be like, I need my chocolate. Find a way to do raw chocolate that tastes good to you, is enough for you. Don't ignore it, because a lot of people ignore this problem. They're like, no, I'm just going to eat, like, as I said, lettuce, tomato, mango. That's going to get me healthy faster. Yeah, maybe for 3, 4, 6 months. But what about in 10 years' time? 15, 20 years? Are you still going to repeat that? cycle, and that's why you've got to, like, I was like, I need to stay here. What are my weaknesses? And it may be a compensation as well. Like, you may think you have to eat, as I said, I've ended up on just watermelon. I was like, that's bad, and that didn't serve me in any level, like not my body, not my mind. Can I do it for 40 years? Like, what does my life, that's like what I work on most. What does my lifestyle look like? Because, as I said, people can do water fasts and juice fasts and all that, but you have to come back to something, and you got to love it. Otherwise, your brain will go back to what it remembers it loves. So,
yeah. What is Gigi? What are you eating on a daily basis? What are your favorite go-to meals?
So I eat pretty much the same salad every single night. I usually share a picture of it too. I got like lettuce. I do shredded carrots, celery, cucumbers, avocados, and I'll do sometimes like a mustard type dressing, a plant ranch, barbecue, saucy kind of flavors. I don't know what it actually ends up being. I just throw all kinds of sauces in there. But normally, let me think, that I get everything in that I'm doing now. Yeah, it used to be a lot bigger, and when I can find sprouts and things like that, and I'll have some like fruits, whatever's in season sometimes during the day when I get hungry. But it's just been this ritual since I went raw vegan that I just go into the kitchen. I got a little phone set up, make the salad, and it makes it easy for me because I don't have to think about what to prepare. And I'll have something
Yeah.
different every now and then. Like, we'll do sushi sometimes, like cucumber avocado rolls, like on like special things like my birthday or something, or like on the weekends. But for the most part, I just eat that salad, and I kind of enjoy not really having to think about it. And it's got all, like, I've studied all the nutrients. I've built it so that I feel my best with it. And
so
if
can
I eat
I
some
interrupt? Can I get you guys to check your chat and delete and get rid of that person that's going
Okay.
off in the chat? JJ and Kiko, someone's got someone.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I see the
And
name.
somebody, and also get rid of the next person as well, and just keep an eye on it for me.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. And the next one as well. Is that you, JJ?
I'll get it.
Thanks.
Are they all gone?
No. So I think JJ's, it's one of them. I don't want to say them. I don't want to give them credit on the movie, but on the movie, on the live. You should be able to do it from the dashboard, JJ.
Oh, okay.
So just go to them, the 3 dots on the side, and just get rid of them.
Just the chat. Show me that.
Do you want to just talk her through it, Kiko? Where the comments are?
From my side, it's all removed, right?
No. Your side, yes, Kiko, but JJ doesn't know how to remove it, and I can't tell her.
Oh, yeah. So you go to the right. You have to minimize the window, and you'll see the private chat comments recording. There's a comment. So you go to the comment, and then on the right side of the comment, there's a 3 dots. And you can block, ban user, and delete their comments.
Got it. I'm looking now. Mine doesn't have the 3 dots, so that's what
you have to go over the comments. So if you go to...
You have to hover your finger over it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for some reason, mine doesn't have it.
If you go over, hover next to the person's name, the 3 dots would appear. It wouldn't just show up.
I'm going to have to end this in a second if you don't stop, just because there's just too much going on there.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's from Facebook. Can we tell?
No, it's YouTube.
Okay.
Oh, they're gone. They've gone. Who did that?
Oh, I think it was mine then.
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't see it.
Okay, so if you guys can just keep an eye on it, we don't want that. Nobody needs to read that.
Okay, good. Sorry,
Okay, we're back.
Oh my.
JJ, keep going.
Oh, I think we were talking about salads and
We were talking about what you eat, and you were talking about nori rolls. When you first go raw, I think especially when you first go raw, I found nori rolls amazing because it gave me some density or like to hold on to something. Like I remember just sometimes at night wrapping things in nori and eating that and feeling like, I don't know, something for me.
Are you fully raw, JJ?
Yes. Yeah, I do
Okay.
from time to time. I'll have lentils and things like that. But for right now, yes, I am.
Great.
I'm fully raw. I actually started having like my knees started like giving me a little bit of stiffness, and when I was sitting at my desk, my legs would like swell a little bit when I was eating a lot more of the cooked food toppings. So I kind of went back to raw. I've done that a couple of times, and it's like I just have to keep reminding myself of my favorite diet and why. I try not to be too, if I'm craving it, I'll have it. But it seems when I do that, it always ends me back up saying, you know what, I feel better raw. So
Yeah.
That's incredible. I saw Dr. Brooke Goldner post a reel today about how inflammatory rice is. And she was saying that when people have tried to heal, she said because it's processed, she said they get the hull out. And then she said as soon as it gets in people's bodies, it's a massive blood sugar problem. And she described an Indian lady who was trying to heal on her protocol and said, I can't give up my rice. I can't give up my rice. She went on for months with no progress, doing all the smoothies, all the chia, all the flax, and just didn't give up rice. She gave up rice and then everything went away.
it's funny how that works, right? And I just cut also out a little bit of like cut down on the amount of dates, because I think that's another one that I can start out with, and then I increase and want more and more of them. So it's not like I like to practice a restrictive diet, but I do, adopt different foods like you said, Sky, to see how you feel your best, right? And take things out if it's like, okay, yeah, that this is a change that has happened in me, or I have less energy, having, a little more muscle stiffness, getting older. So I'm like, I don't want to have any of that. So I just kind of move the foods around, and it always ends up back at that same salad. So I'm like, I might have had it right from the beginning. It's funny how we can go full circle, right? And try different things and come in and out of raw. And then it's like, oh, you know what? This was perfect. I should have left it. But we have to go through the cycle, right?
But also the body will put itself, the whole thing is eating is inflammatory, right? Is you can't get away. The body is supposed to heat up to some level. It's how much it heats up, and it is willing sometimes to get nutrients out of something and make your legs sore. Does that make sense? Like it's not, people are like, oh, that's so bad, I hurt myself, and they get this whole head talk. But your body's quite intelligent. It's only if you're like near death you really want to like make sure you never have things, that if you want to get to that stage of being well again. But once you're well, like the whole point of the body is to assimilate, detox. And when you know that, like I don't know, I just think it's really good for us to not, because I don't think rice is necessarily bad. I should finish that. She said once you're well, you can have it like once a week, twice a week. She says more than that, people get sick again. But each person needs to learn for themselves, because there is nutrients in dates, right? And I find when I add something back, because I was doing very high fruit, and as I've added like nuts and seeds and I had matcha and all these sort of things, it's like a kid getting a gift at Christmas. You first get the gift, or you first start eating dates again, and you, like the kid with the Christmas, you can't stop playing with the toy.
Things tasted like caramel. I couldn't get over it. And I'm like,
yeah,
okay, I'm gonna have a few of them after dinner, and then a few turned into like almost the whole box. And I'm like, okay, I just didn't even realize that I was working at the computer one night, and I'm like, wow, okay. I wonder. I feel a little heavier than normal.
So what I notice happens to me is when I add anything back in, there's this period of like saturation where I get very obsessed with it. All I want is that. And then you notice you don't feel as good, or you're not having other things. Usually it's other things that I start wanting, and then I don't feel as good. And like a kid at Christmas, you slowly move away from it. It gets left. So you don't use it as much or have it as much. So
That's how I
Um,
just recently, like, I was having
yes, I've
once in
seen
a
it.
while having lentils is okay, like for me. But I noticed if I put together days like Dr. Brooke was saying, and it's just I just really sometimes I'll be craving the freshness even after a little while.
Yeah.
So it won't be like I want to keep doing it. It's almost like you remember why you enjoy raw food by having cooked food. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
Even when I have a lot of recipes, I eventually miss the freshness. In
mhm.
fact, that salad that saved my life is like the freshest salad ever. Like whenever I have it, I come away and I feel so good, which essentially did we all start out knowing what to do? Did we find it and just
Yeah.
start like you, JJ?
We were doing it simply just because that's all we knew. And then once you start learning stuff, and we talk about this a lot on our stream, all the facts and protocols and all that
Yes.
gets in your head. Like, maybe I'm supposed to have only fruit. Maybe I'm supposed to have only this. Maybe
Mm.
I'm supposed to have somebody lives off dates in this country. Maybe I'm supposed to be living off dates. And that didn't work out for me, obviously.
Hey, Muriel, if you have a link for Alex YouTube site, I would love to check it out. I didn't know
I've
that he
seen
has
that.
the.
Mm.
Oh, that sounds good. What is that one cake like tiramisu? Is that how you say it? Like the
Yeah,
silky cake. Doesn't that didn't you make that once too? Or one of you?
I haven't because there's coffee in it.
Oh, is
So I
that
haven't.
what's in it? I've never really I heard it on a movie yesterday that we were watching and I was like, oh, I wonder how you'd make that raw. I'm gonna ask Sky.
You probably can with like mushroom powders. There'd be something, or you can do. I think you can grind up like date seeds, and people say that's similar. There'd be
Wow,
a way to
really?
do it. Let me have a look. Someone would have done it. But yeah, I saw Alex's amazing recipe. I see people in the group make that chocolate recipe all the time.
Do you follow his YouTube?
No, I see other people in Dr. Brooke Goldner's group. So he put recipes in one of her books. I think her latest recipe book, and that's one of them. And a whole lot of people make it because she allows a certain amount of cacao each day. And when people get like their chocolate need, they make that. But
Interesting.
let's see, raw
It's like the word cacao. It like bounces. Cacao.
cacao.
Right?
I'm just having a
Awesome.
look
I'm
for
gonna have to
a
look
raw
at that.
vegan. If there's a raw vegan tiramisu here. Raw tiramisu, I don't reckon it's going to be like they say raw, but let's see. 3 layers. What's in this? I can share the screen in a second. Let me just check first what's in it before I share the screen. It looks clever. It looks like they've used, what is that called again? I can't think what it's called now. I'll see in a second. Yeah, there'd be coffee.
This in
There's
the
coffee.
freezer really fast.
It depends whether the person wants coffee. It looks like these are like websites where they've called it raw, but it just means that they've put it in the fridge. Dark chocolate, ground almonds, puffed quinoa. That's what I was looking at. I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, instant coffee. So it's just a lot of these people make these and then they freeze it and don't cook it, which a tiramisu is made like that anyway. So,
Okay.
yeah, but I'm sure someone
Yeah,
out there.
search. Yeah, I'll look for Alex YouTube. I couldn't find it, but have you tried Sky this Dr. Brooke Goldner's recipe with nutritional yeast and flax oil? I think the
Are you
popcorn.
talking about the popcorn? Yeah. That's like my favorite. That seems to be everyone in the group's favorite as well. So that's like that tastes like popcorn. Have you had it?
No.
I tried. I think you need to add maple syrup. Is it?
I
How
don't
do
know.
you
I
make
don't
it?
have the. I don't have.
What is used for the popcorn? I missed
What
it.
is chopped up cauliflower,
Cauliflower.
drizzle flax oil, salt. I think in her recipe there's nutritional yeast, and only get going off what people post in her group. I don't have her cookbook, her raw book, and turmeric because you make it yellow.
Okay.
And there might
I
be
feel like
peppermint
someone
too.
said that there's maple syrup, so I tried it. That was really good. But
Yeah, it is
for
good.
some reason, I react to flax oil, so I can't have it too much. but that was really good. It's good dipping sauce for me.
If you want to get your body used to it, just microdose it. So use like about a fifth or an eighth of a teaspoon in a huge salad, just so your body and microbiome don't have an immune response. That's if you want it in. It's only if you want to slowly get up to like a tablespoon. But if you ever react to something, I've tried it with bananas. I'm not that patient. I need to probably do that with bananas. But in fact, bananas I've been sensitive to even in my youth. It's like that's the one thing I've gotten used to. Other things I go through changes, but bananas I don't. But if anyone wants something in their diet, microdose it and slowly like build it up.
Maybe
I
just a
just
drop.
heard that from someone else about bananas, and I asked, do they eat them ripe, or is it like some people, how some people are eating the unripe bananas. So at first I thought maybe it was one of the two, but I noticed I used to get like a slight stomach ache with like bananas, but I realized later I was eating them really unripe. Like now I eat them with like not overripe. I don't like that, but the more ripe ones actually don't affect me the same. It's interesting.
So I'm really bad with ripe ones because as they
Mhm.
ripen, they increase in histamines. So not that I have it unripe, but I've got to find a sweet spot.
Yeah, because I don't like them
People
really
who get-
too ripe.
Yeah, and people who get histamine issues need to be aware that when we start a raw vegan journey, because they're like, as I get in, it gets worse and worse. When we start a raw journey, usually we're not eating very ripe fruit and we're not eating a lot. As we get into it, we're eating big volumes and it really ripe. And as a fruit ripens, it will naturally have more histamines and you're having more and you're having blood sugar changes, which can create. And so that to me plays a part, but I think it's more than that. But people, I hear a common theme and I'm like, well, when you started, you would have eaten differently. Plus people don't eat just fruit. Usually they have some greens and stuff. So just things to be mindful of.
What does does like histamine issues, could it cause like to be stuffy? Like is that part of it? Yeah. Because every now and then I'm wondering if it's when I eat more fruit, because when I first started I wasn't eating any fruit and I remember clearing everything up. I still never had allergies since, but I'm wondering if on those occasions where I feel a little more, congested at certain times in the morning, could be more fruit histamine.
It's just a matter of trying and seeing what works for you.
Yeah, that is it. And that's what I think is important for anybody new watching to understand is you start off one way and that's how you do it, just like any other diet, trial and error, but you can keep finding things. It's such an abundant diet that you can find things you enjoy. And just like, in your standard diet, we all have our favorites. So
yeah, this
there
is
we go.
There
we go. So I put these back up. There was just some gross comments, so I let the comments go for a bit. But so yeah, the cauliflower popcorn is cauliflower, nutritional yeast, salt, flaxseed oil, and made without oil and used liquid aminos or brags and lemon juice.
Try this. Thank you, Muriel. That's great.
And I find with bananas, my reaction is so weird but so bad. As in, like, if I eat just one banana, the next day I wake up and I'm puffy as I hardly recognize myself.
Yeah.
Cold water, and I'm so tired. I am not a little bit tired, but there's a fatigue. And someone's like, "Oh, it's the tryptophan," and I'm like, I think tryptophan's in other things as well. I do not. It's like quite a bad, and I will crave a banana sometimes and I will eat it. Kiko, you know that. It's my downfall. And then it's not a traditional, like I will get, if I keep eating it, my throat will get so scratchy. It will start to get tight. It's never closed, but it'll get really tight when I was really histamine reactive. But my general reaction, which I cannot escape, is even if I get it down, and it repeats on me and it like feels all furry in my throat the next day. It's it's very, like, it sounds like it's just weird.
Wow. How about durian?
Oh, durian, I'm good with durian, but randomly I think I react to something in the skin or the seed. If it gets on me, it'll feel sharp. It's weird. When my histamine issues got really bad, it was the only thing I could eat was really berries. Blueberries, and there was something else that I wasn't too bad with. I just had tons of berries. That was pretty much where I ended up. But as I ate more like greens and veggies, I could tolerate different amounts of fruit, but I wasn't eating fruit meals anymore either. So I was, having and I'm very mindful not to eat them too ripe now. And that's a huge game changer for me. And I actually realized that I wasn't even wanting them ripe. I kind of as we were talking about, you get into the community and you read things and your brain starts talking and your intuition shut down, which is very opposite to how I healed. And
you start thinking, I can't have this unless it's super ripe, or I'm not supposed to have this, or I'm only supposed to have a little bit of this or that, or too much. I have to eat 4 of these. It's so funny when your brain starts doing that, and you're like, I just should have listened to myself.
Yes. So it's just about listening to your body and giving it feedback. Now, I know Kiko is about to jump off. Do we want to stay on, JJ, or what do you want to do?
It is completely up to you. I'm good. I'm free. So if you want to stay a bit longer, I can.
Okay, we can do that. But I do, before Kiko goes, what theme? What theme? Do we want to do?
Fun?
Yeah, what theme, guys?
Oh, next time. Let's see. What would be good?
February, the end of February would be.
Oh, Valentine's Day. Maybe something with. Do you guys? No, I don't know. What do people?
We did do Valentine's Day last year. We can try and schedule it around Valentine's Day if you want to do Valentine's Day. Do we want to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I might do that for Europe as well. I know Europe is the dips.
Are you meaning on Valentine's Day or just a theme Valentine's
Day? We'll do it around. I've lost. Where's
whatever I make then.
Next theme is Valentine's Day.
I'm dressed as Cupid.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. So.
Yeah, so JJ, you're having salad for dinner, and what are you having for breakfast and lunch?
I don't even eat. I have moringa, and then that's all I'll have, unless around 4 p.m. Eastern, a couple hours before dinner.
Moringa powder?
Yeah, I just drink it in water, and it really does keep my hunger. I don't get hungry all day. In fact, I forgot to drink it, so I'm drinking it now. Yeah, I just eat this. I mean, it's a pretty decent salad, though. It's definitely not. It's a filling salad with avocado, and I'll have to share a picture of it tonight on the raw food group for you. But it definitely is. I don't know. It's just something I always eat. It sounds kind of boring, but I just love it.
No fruits?
Yeah, and sometimes at lunch I'll eat fruit. But I mainly eat everything that I eat in that salad. And then for dessert, I'll have sometimes banana shake. Just recently I was eating way too many dates for dessert. In my opinion now. But that's something I got on a little kick. I'll go through things that surround my salad. I might be into grapes for a month, as a snack. And some lately I've been really loving these pink grapefruits. But for the most part, my whole meal goes into that salad because it's at the end of my day, it's my sort of relaxing point where I can just kind of listen to something. Sometimes I'll listen to you guys while I'm making salad, or whatever I'm watching on YouTube or into at that time. And then I will prepare it. And when Dawn's having salads with me, I'll make hers and we'll sit down and watch something on TV or, chat. And it's kind of how I end the day. And then I'll probably do some more work or whatever on the computer, and I'll have a dessert of, whatever. I usually do have something sweet after it about an hour later, but that's pretty much my whole day of meal.
That's great. I love to hear everyone's, we all fully raw, but we all eat in such
Do
a
it
different
differently.
way. That I
Yeah.
love hearing that. That makes
So
a
JJ
huge.
was doing one meal a day before you started doing this, right? That's where I
Yes.
think that came from.
Yes, it came from that because like I would only eat one big meal anyway. So it kind of my stomach, I guess, was already, you know, in that zone. So when it came time for that one meal, I was like, well, I don't know what to eat raw. I mean, all I know is a salad. Like I didn't know there was any of these beautiful raw recipes. I didn't know about dehydrator. I didn't know about like zucchini noodles. Like I was just so brand new to all of it. All I thought of was salad. I didn't even really think of fruit, even though, you know, I thought a banana here and there, but I never thought of fruit like a meal. So that was the only thing I thought of was salad. So it kind of, I think, stuck. And then I would like look at a video and it would say, oh, you know, cucumbers are hydrating and they're good for the skin. So boom, cucumbers would go on. And then if I'd hear about like certain kind of like, oh, you know, you're supposed to have cabbage because it's detoxifying, I'd put cabbage on and it's like this picture of me like with a salad over top of me almost. I was like, okay, I need to reduce this. This is getting a little like my grocery bill was getting
No,
bigger and bigger and bigger, right? And then everything was
bigger
like
the better.
I
When
used
it
to
comes
have
to
everything
salad,
in a bag because I was, you know, the only one eating raw, and so I would keep all my salad ingredients in this like big grocery bag in the fridge, and then just pull them out every night and make them. So it kind of became a ritual.
Oh, cabbage is my favorite now. It's so here in Japan, cabbage is available all year round, but this winter to springtime, they're so soft and sweet. For some reason, it's sweet, and it just
Do you
on
like
its.
the red one or
No,
the
actually, it's just a
green?
green one. We
Is it?
do get some purple one, but regular green ones, they're just very soft.
wow.
Yeah, and when I was in France, because I love cabbage, I bought a cabbage, and their cabbage is completely different. It's very, I think maybe in US as well, it's very dense and
Mm-hmm.
it's not tasty. I don't know how to explain it. Like cruciferous veggie here in Japan is very, it's very interesting. The taste, it's you can just eat it on its own, like cauliflower as well. It's so tasty.
So I'm just banning this person. Don't worry.
So you
Yeah.
go. I was trying.
And
I didn't.
but then I have to take the comments down because the comments on the screen don't show that I've banned them. It's just our
Mm-hmm.
comments that show it, but hopefully the people on YouTube looking at all the massive comments.
May need to
We'll see. But it's
put
interesting. I know
another
you're going to go
moderator.
where you're going to go, Kiko, but when I went raw and I just started eating the food fresh, is no part of my mind thought that fruit would be part of it. Like in my mind, society says like greens and vegetables are all good for you. Yes, sure, some fruit, but not like fruit. Well, sorry, let me rephrase that. But not like full fruit meals. Like that was not even. I guess that's probably why many people come into raw through the salad avenue, unless they discover it like a fruitarian or something. Is no
Yeah.
part of my mind was like go grab a heap of bananas. Bananas and berries and watermelon were like not part of the meal. They
They're
were
like
like
snacks, right?
yeah. No, so I would make anything I wanted, like veggie based, or have a nut or nut butter, a little bit of fruit if I wanted, and fruit as a snack. But it was like, I think that's the difference when I talk about how I went raw. Because nobody sits down and eats cooked fruit, right, as a
Mm-hmm.
meal growing up. So I was a vegan, so I just ate the foods not cooked, however that looked for me, and that just didn't. And so I wonder how many people come into it like that.
Meaning,
Like
Like
vegan
not.
fruit's
towards.
not
Yeah.
something more than a snack, or like a bit to flavor a sauce or something.
Even
Because
people
like
that are on other diets, they are told like don't, you know, that fruit is fattening or it has too much sugar and things like that all the time, you know. So it's definitely a thing that I had to get my head around, you know, as I moved forward into like, you know, raw vegan and being around different groups of people in the raw vegan world and realizing that, oh, you know, some people do eat only fruit, and it was wild to like learn the different phases of it, like you said, from that pre-programmed conditioning we all came, or most of us came with, like watermelon something you eat for dessert. What do you mean you eat it?
There's a question for you before you go, Kiko.
Yeah, I think I know what she means. It's smooth. There's like a frizzy one, right? There's frizzy one, but it's mostly smooth.
We call that Chinese cabbage here in Australia. Like Chinese cabbage is like the frizzy and like lighter. Like, and we have this. If you're in Australia, you know this is like this. You buy these noodles, and there's a recipe on the back. And every Christmas, my auntie used to make it. My sister makes it. It's like maple syrup and sesame oil and lime and sesame seeds.
You're talking about this kind?
Oh, Napa cabbage. That's what they call it here.
We call it Chinese cabbage.
Okay.
Yeah, we have these. No, we are not. I'm not talking about this one.
okay.
I'm talking about.
I love
the one that looks like the purple cabbage. Yeah.
Oh, that one.
like
that one is
one.
hard to chew here for me, kind of like, or it's not as soft.
Yeah, that's what I remember in the States. It was so in the States and Europe, it's so hard. But the one in Japan's from winter to spring, they're so soft. It's very crunchy as well.
I like that because the other one is that way here, like the Chinese cabbage or Napa. That's the softer one. So it's interesting that it's the other way around there. That's cool.
So satisfying. Like I've thought about this, Kiko, because you said it's really sweet. It's really sweet, and I hadn't thought about if my cabbages are sweet or not. But I do thoroughly enjoy the cabbage you're showing and the purple one. I never really get the Chinese one, and I believe it's because of the density. I know Dr. Brooke Goldner talks about the density of nutrition in it, but my teeth were really bad from doing a lot of fruits, and all my teeth crave is nothing watery. Like even it gets a bit upset sometimes with cucumber and celery. It just loves like the veggie density. Like it's why I'm always biting into Brussels sprouts. Or it's funny because the mineral density of your teeth is a reflection of the bones in your body. Like all mineral, it's all bones, right? So if your teeth are not good, your bones are not doing so good, and there's a lot more minerals in. And I love the crunch. Sorry, I'm getting to a point there. I love the crunch of that salad, of the cabbages.
Interesting. Now I just understood that, Lisa has this okonomiyaki recipe, and she used Napa cabbage instead of the cabbage, the other one.
Yeah.
Napa cabbage is like this and cabbage like this. And I asked her, like, why does she use Napa cabbage? Because traditionally we use the cabbage like this.
Yep.
And she said that it's hard and you could freeze it to use it, but here in Japan it's not that hard, so it makes sense. I can make my okonomiyaki with just cabbage. Yeah, exactly. Chris Kendall freeze the cabbage, but it's just one extra step.
Yes,
but here I don't have to freeze it to make my okonomiyaki raw version.
I love the crunch so much I never freeze, even in some of his recipes where it's said to freeze. Like I just love the crunch. Isn't that interesting? Like I don't want to go back to cooked at all. I love crunching into veggies.
Is your cabbage in Australia similar to the one in the States?
That's a good question. I did have
you went to New York, yeah.
I did. It seemed it, but I think at the time I was getting more. There was purple cabbage there. I can't remember now. It was because I was, when I think back, I was having mushrooms and cauliflower as well. I wasn't having heaps. I can't remember. I think it was. I don't know. That's a good question. I can't remember now.
Because it was a shock. Similar. Yeah, I could not eat the cabbage in France raw. It needed to be cooked. It was so dense. But anyway, I'm gonna have to go.
Yes, bye.
So it was lovely talking to you, and JJ, it was lovely seeing you.
Thank you. It was so nice seeing
everyone.
you. And
I'll just have Kiko up here now. You don't have to go.
That's right. She'll be here with us in her alter ego.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Woo! What was I going to say? So because I really like crunchy vegetables, what it makes me think of is, So a lot of humans love crunch, like it relieves a lot of stress, people say. But there's an evolutionary perspective to this because everything crunchy has higher amounts of minerals. So including salt, if you crunch into a piece of salt, it'll crunch. And so I've had severe anemia where I've had pica, where I've chewed on dirt. I've dropped food in dirt. You crave dirt and you crave ice, but it's because there's minerals. Like the body will do what it needs to do, right? And I think just with everything I've been through, my body really loves and needs minerals, and that is my theory on why. If you're really wanting crunch, is just you need minerals because everything. Yeah, because the reflection of plants is their mineral content. Like if you look at a crisp, that's very mineral dense. Is if you break open a carrot, it's the same kind of constitution, just at a more hydrated, digestible level. So we're actually attracted to these designs of mineral combinations.
That's interesting. I always reference that one. I remember we did a live stream together about cravings, and sometimes we ignore them and think, "Oh, I'm just probably craving chips." It could be something you're craving, the crunch, or you have some type of deficiency that you're craving, and so, like you said, recreating it some way with raw food could satisfy that craving. Sometimes it might be emotional, but there's still some truth to your body knows. I hear this a lot from I think maybe even Muriel and me talked about it once, where when you eat a lot of fruit, a lot of people say, but I'm craving something salty. And it's like, because there is a balance between the potassium and sodium. That actually is a real thing in the body. So it could very well be that you're not craving salt because of your previous diet. Your body might be craving something salty, right? Like, so, have a salad if you need it.
Yes. So what if you're craving creamy foods? So that would be fats.
Probably avocado, yeah.
Yeah, like it's really telling because usually I don't know what other raw vegans like, but I don't have cravings for things that aren't raw. So you have to remember is if you're craving like a nut or a carrot or a peach or something, is that to me is like human instinct, like what we were designed to actually crave and want. And if you are deficient in something, because people might go, oh, it was an addiction, and I went back to that and I know it was an addiction because I couldn't stop eating it. If you're deficient in it, you won't be able to stop eating it. I'll give you an example of this. This is how intuitive a human body is. When I studied psychology, there was a case study of this little boy who kept getting into salt. He was like 4. He would climb in the cupboard and eat salt. His parents tried to lock it away, and when they did, he gets so distressed, they ended up having to hospitalize him to stop him eating salt. He would find it wherever he could. He died in 10 days in the hospital or 2 weeks or something because when they did an autopsy, he had a tiny little adrenal tumor, which was overstimulating his adrenals. So he needed excessive salt. And I believe a child is going to listen to their body more than an adult. So the child was saving his life. And this is like why we're not if somebody's like, no, I need to go eat McDonald's or Kentucky Fried Chicken or KFC, whatever you call it, that to me is you are wanting something in that food, but there's better things to use. The more you give your body what it needs as it goes along, when it's regulating and cleaning and looking after itself, the more you won't get yourself into so Wanda said the same. So I got myself into this situation with salt and greens where I didn't give myself salt and greens for years. And so when you come back on, you really do a job number with yourself, right?
You're trying to catch up.
You are. And your body is like, you now I can do a few cracks, and some days more than others. It's not much, but at the start it's obsessive. You're really swelling. You're like, this is making me sick. I've got to stop, got to come back. But if you work through that with yourself, and that's why I actually look back on letting go of things for so long and kind of regret it. I don't regret many things, but I mean, I went high, and that's my journey, and it was a beautiful experience. But coming back onto things that my body needs in a very polluted, ungrounded world. So that's a good. If people are worried about their cravings, think about that little boy. Like that's a prime example, an extreme example, but the body wants what the body wants.
That is so true. I love that. And I think the more we go back to like that mentality and listening to ourselves and trying to figure out, okay, this is what I'm craving, but this is because it's all I know. That maybe that's all you knew to eat with that particular mineral in it from your previous diet. So looking at cravings like that can really, it takes away the pressure of I can't have this, and says, what can I have that is a better choice for that particular thing?
So my mind, how my mind is it believes 100% that it can have anything it ever wants. And that's I just make it raw. I'll make it work. I'll find a way to do it. Like in my spare time, my hobby is to do that. Knowing that I don't want it. Because you feel safe and secure. I think there's an insecurity that comes when you lack. You think you can't have
anything anymore. It's like you all of a sudden want everything.
And you're right, we hydrate a lot off salt. So when people want having a westernized diet and they're like, I want cola, Pepsi you might call it, and say you want a burger, okay, you've got quick carbohydrates there, you've got a huge amount of sodium, you've got caffeine, which is going to speed the whole process up. Because people say, you know, I have McDonald's and my hangover goes, or my migraine goes. So if the blood vessels are constricted in the brain and you have sugar and you have caffeine, first off, the caffeine is going to go through quicker because of the sugar. Then also people are getting a burger, you've got a huge amount of salt. Salt forces water into cells because essentially it's the minerals and electrolytes that hydrate. But you will feel sick. There's a caveat to that. There's a whole lot of chemicals and problems in that. But your body learns. You know, it learns when it gets a headache, that's what it wants, or you start to feel down, and it will hydrate you and give your heart rate a boost, your adrenals a boost from the caffeine, and you feel better. That is problematic. But as we've spoken before, is at the start, make yourself a lettuce burger. You know, put salty vegetables in it, which are already full of savory. You don't oversalt a bit of tamari. You'll learn over time the days you have less sodium, you usually feel better. But some days you need more than, like, you just start listening to your body, and it's,
yeah, I agree. You eat differently according to how your body feels after some time. There's no really day of eating that's exactly the same. For me, there's really similar ones, but some days I'm really hungry earlier and some days not. But also, I think your brain finds what you mentioned there about the burger and the soda. It really is so smart. It finds the easiest way. Like, I mean, animals do that, right? They're not going to go, I'm going to take the long way this time because, you know, I want to take a nice walk for scenery. It finds the way from point A to point B. And we don't realize really how our brain's connected to our gut in a way that might be different than how we think. You know, like the animals instinctively know what to eat at that time. I think we're the same, but we have so many other options. It's like, okay, this is why we're going for that burger, because we know that that gives us this feeling, or to your point, that it's all going to work in synergy to give me this quick hit of nutrients to get me to here. But it's just about finding a different way to get there, a healthier, you know, way that's not also causing other issues, right? Like in my opinion.
Yeah, on that, about the density in the least amount of space, that's like survival, right? Is if we were living in the wild and we had to live off leaves, our whole day would be consumed by energy trying to get enough leaves in. If something came along that was quite dense and fatty, we're going to eat like the avocado or the nuts. And I think that's probably why, right? So there's actually a tribe in I don't know where it is anyway. They are predominantly raw vegetarian, right? And they're very healthy and they have an incredible microbiome. That's where I've heard this story. I think it's that, what's his name? You know, that the microbiome book? What's the guy's name?
The guy, his name? Dr. B, is that his name?
Yeah,
I don't know how to pronounce his whole name.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Something like
that. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's in his book. about the microbiomes of people who live in these isolated tribes eating a lot of fresh, varied fruit. Dr. B, that's
We
it.
all call it the same. I remember him saying that one time he was being interviewed, and he said, "Just call me Dr. B," because the announcer or the host couldn't spell it. And I found him by looking into "Do I Need Salt?" or
Oh,
something.
there's
like
actually a book called The Salt Fix, which is worth
that.
reading. That's
I
worth
heard
reading.
of that.
So anyway, in this, I'm pretty sure it's his book, but I could be wrong. He's saying about these tribes that are isolated, have these microbiomes, and they have an extreme amount of health. But these microbiomes that are unlike anything in the world, and these people have eaten an abundance of plants and different plants to the westernized world where we grow them industrially, right, and eat them. But in this environment, these people, if they are lucky enough to find it, usually I think it was a dead animal. I don't think they killed an animal. They believe they're lucky. Or nuts. They said they preferred that over the thing that was making them healthy. And that's an evolutionary perspective, right? Is there that density, is they're getting a lot of energy very fast. And we are wired that way, as in something quite dense and salty and stimulating is, but then I think, as I said, is the reason they are so healthy isn't because of the meat that they eat, because meat doesn't give you a microbiome. It's because of these varying foods these people have. And so we need to remember that. I also have a theory going on here, but I also have this theory that if the Garden of Eden, like I believe that there was a stage where we were just eating in this garden, this, spiritual garden, and we're eating fruit. I don't necessarily believe we always had to have a microbiome like we do now. I believe we evolved this way because the planet is so toxic. We had to kind of assimilate and get nutrients like secondhand, basically, is what we're doing, right? That's just, I've read nowhere. That's just, you sit and ponder things. You're like,
it's going to make up for stuff that's depleted because of different things. So we're stimulating our, selves because we have to, basically, in some ways. And so that's why I think it's a struggle to, I commend everybody who's doing a healthier lifestyle, because the world isn't, and maybe even your biome isn't built right to do it. Sometimes you're craving what you've always knew. And this is interesting. I saw Wanda's comment there.
I remember Wanda telling me this, and Wanda telling me, so she's saying here, when I finally gave myself permission to have salt, I had to have 2 teaspoons of Celtic salt per quart of water until my body got properly hydrated. It took about 3 years to get the sodium levels back to normal. And Wanda's been raw for like 10 years. And I'm not sure exactly, a long period of time she let go of salt. And I know Wanda ate really clean. And I remember Wanda saying, like, when she stopped, cramps came. Like, she has to have.
What did you ever tell me this? I think we almost did a whole live once, and I think we never came back to it about the salt. But I was wondering, how, like, iodine, right? And they put it into iodized salt, like the regular kind. Like, what kind of salt, for those of you who are raw, if you want to comment, or do you eat like regular salt when you use it in your recipes, if you use it still?
Sure. So I don't use iodized salt. If you do, it's no different than taking a vitamin. Like, because I used iodine to up my iodine. I do feel better whenever I can get something from a natural source. So sea moss gel has iodine, but some people like to use salt. The one thing I notice about salt is, and this is, remember, I am so sensitive, but I was so sensitive when I went raw, is raw foods like made me feel amazing and electric and had no adverse effects. Salt, I guess you can swell and you can have dehydrate if you have too much salt. But salt was the only thing besides raw foods which gave me an electric type feeling. Like, gave me, spice doesn't do it. Yeah, it's a condiment. It works, but it doesn't give me electricity, basically, is what I guess I'm talking about. Different waters, I noticed. I don't notice it now. See, I'm too heady now. At the start, I noticed that the density of tap water, the density of filtered water, and the lightness of spring water, of anything that was from a spring. And this is still bottled. But the reason I'm saying that is I like the idea that obviously there's still some life force in the salt. So I prefer to use the Himalayan and sea salt, even over Celtic, and each to their own. Celtic or iodized. Doesn't mean I've been to restaurants and still use their salt and I still feel electric, but I feel more so, and it might be psychological, I don't know, but it is the only thing which I will feel more electric at times, which is essentially like would be like the fact that it's geology, it's still life in some way.
Thank you, Sasha.
Oh, I love that. What is in this?
Sriracha Sasha, we're going to call you.
I love it.
Raw sriracha sauce was, I think Don was talking about that earlier, or someone was commented, it wasn't even here, that they have lettuce wraps with hot sauce in the winter because it like
that's Don, I think. I think that's Don. He's the hot sauce man.
Ah, yes.
I may not have been him, but he started the hot sauce talk.
Yes.
My dad used to put Tabasco sauce on everything. I don't think he does it now.
Don uses that from time to time. Yeah, it's so hot for me anymore. Like my taste buds have gotten more sensitive since I've been raw.
They would.
Yeah, it's like I tried to have, I think it was salsa or something one time, and I was like, "This is really hot," and everyone else there was like, "No, it's not." I'm like, "It's not burning your mouth." It was like I forget where we were, but it was like at a holiday or something, and they had like the salsa that sits out on the table.
This is interesting. I mean, I'll read this and then I'll tell you why I use the salts I do. So I've tried Celtic salt, Baja Gold, Himalayan, and now I use Onyx dessert salt, which I need to look up what that even is, but because there's different minerals once again in these which are beneficial for the body. When I created my raw diet, my base is like I will bring things in like an Onyx dessert salt, or I don't know, something I see at a farmer's market like dried porcini mushrooms or something. But I made a promise to myself that raw food is so unusual and so difficult that the staple of my diet and what I have in my cupboard has to be accessible everywhere, because there's a panic I know in me that will come if I have to travel and I can't find my basics. So it had to be in like local shops or just very accessible. So I never commit, like, unless something like really changes my life, to many things. Like, and I'm talking about things that are everywhere here, like zucchini, tomato, you can get mango basically like I think for like 6 to 7 months of the year, lime, lemon, these are all like my staples. Salt being, even that I don't get Celtic, is because I have to keep going to the health food shop. But that's just me. As I've evolved, sea moss gel is a big part, I guess, to keep the minerals up, but because that's not everywhere, that's just in the health food shop. But I really try, and that's my decision. But I'm very interested in all these different salts. Now I'm interested. Like, I'll get it, but I won't use it all the time. Like, I will get some, but it won't become my staple, is what I'm trying to say. And that's me. That's just me.
I was going to say, I hope we're not insulting anyone.
Oh my God, you're so funny. Oh no, I'm not insulting anyone. Everyone does it differently.
Right.
But yes, I'm happy to learn what differences you notice with these things. If I try something like Celtic salt and I notice a massive difference, I will go to the effort of getting the Celtic salt. But I didn't notice enough of difference to swap from sea salt to Himalayan. And I do notice I rotate. I'll use Himalayan and then I'll get sea salt. And then, but if in my local supermarket, if there was a different one, I would probably rotate through that. But it's just my mind. It's like I'll keep everything basic. If something's like dramatically different, I will go across to the shop, because it's a lot of, anyone who's raw, it is a lot of work, and I don't mind doing it, but I have to make it at some point feel like it's very easy. Yeah, it's easy. Like I'm a normal.
Yes, like that's what about like just sometimes people are like, I can't have this with seeds or without seeds, and like I think a lot of people who've been in this a lot longer are getting less, they're a little more carefree in certain situations of what they'll eat or what they'll buy, right? Because it's like you got to go with what's in the stores and where you are if you're traveling, and different things have to do with it, but you just make the best choice you can at the time, I think.
Well, to be fair, I would love to be able to do more fermented foods because I think it's great for the microbiome, but it's also easier, in my opinion. Like if I traveled, grab an avocado, some salad, and just throw um, some sauerkraut through like the dressing, like, and I like the taste, but it doesn't agree with me.
Yeah,
Um,
I used to put it on my salad for a little while, and it just like I felt like I started to get more bloated, or something was going on. I
oh,
forget what it was, but it was like, I think it was the salt, because I wasn't doing it
ah,
myself. I was, getting the store-bought raw sauerkraut, and I think I don't know what they were soaking it in now. It's been a couple of years back, but
it
I think
can
it
be very
is.
salty.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, Muriel, I saw that she was doing your sea moss challenge also.
Oh, yay! I haven't taken it today yet. My hair, it's always my hair is the biggest thing. My hair just, I'm doing 2 tablespoons and it's been like over a month now because I started
Oh,
early,
it's
but
really good.
I'm like really happy with it's the thickness. My skin's good too, but
Mhm.
the thing I really notice always is my hair. I just think I feel better as well. Like I just overall feel better. But Don, I
Because
like this. Supposedly there was a big vapor canopy and way more oxygen in the air thousands of years ago, and everything was bigger and lived longer. Um, yeah, that's the idea, right? Well, that's these stories like biblical texts or spiritual texts all around the world is people's years were so long because there was so much oxygen. Like
hmm
people could grow and flourish and yeah, so I think we have to just do what works for us. Doing the CMOS challenge. Oh, good. So many people have said the skin, the hair, the
nails.
nails.
That's
My nails have
amazing.
been gel. But actually, in saying that, they're still growing really fast. They've grown faster than usual. And also, I only saw my hairdresser a month ago. And about a week ago, I thought I had to go back. So it's obviously growing really fast. Like
Yeah.
that's a month's worth of growing. But because at the front here, I was like, oh, I've gone dark again. And I'm like, another 3 weeks. I'm only halfway through. So
Wow,
if
that's a
you,
good way to tell. I never thought
it
of
is.
that.
So, but that's not something I was actually looking at. Usually I notice the more I take it, I wake up and I just have so much hair, like
hmm
becoming a lion. Oh, thank
Next
you.
week we'll come on and the whole square that you're in will be filled with hair.
Okay, so also, I didn't mean the supermarket. So when I mean the supermarket is it has to be in the fridge. I would never buy it
I
from the
think you
shelf.
might have heard that from me. I might have said that.
But I might have said supermarket as well. But I mean, like in America, it would be Whole Foods, but Whole Foods, it's in the fridge. That's like what I
hmm
was thinking of. But I would never, because those things are really acidic as well. Like but they're dead. If you're on the shelf, they're not
Yeah.
alive. They could have been there for years. So I meant to clarify that. So we've got to just listen to what works for us.
Absolutely. Thank you, Wanda.
So
Good
I'm,
call.
I'm just going back up through the comments, or
Yes.
we can.
Thank you, everyone. That was awesome. I may have to run to the bathroom here in a second.
Okay, well, we can wind it up. We can wind it up. We are back tomorrow anyway, aren't we, JJ? Is tomorrow our day?
Yeah,
I have to set up the
tomorrow's our
video.
day. That's right. I forgot.
And I
Last thing
think
we were just rolling right into it today. We just were.
I
It's like, this
know.
is Monday. We are supposed to be on here. We won't leave.
But I think I put forward the topic mastering your raw food mind. I think that's what I
I
wrote to
like
you.
that.
Uh,
Yeah. I don't know
how
if
do
I
we?
look back at it. I was writing a lot today.
Oh, let me have a quick look if I can find it.
I
If
don't.
you're,
I like
I
that
think
topic though. Let's do it.
Tuesday. I'm excited. You're excited. You forgot to read it. You're so funny. I don't think it's come up here for some reason. Which top? Oh, mind mastering raw. So
Yes.
mastering your raw food mind is like how. That's like kind of what I was talking about. Anyway, now you've made me feel like I need to go to the bathroom too. So thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. My recipe is up in the live section, and make sure you head over. I don't think I've got all your details in the comments today, but head over to JJ's page, and she's got some great books, website, coaching. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. I loved all the conversation. Thank you, Sky. I'm gonna go eat
Thanks,
my
Jacob.
salad and then my new ice cream that I made.
Enjoy. Bye.